Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to get started using Kahoot and making your first quiz, jumble, and survey. In order to get started, make sure that you're first logged in to Kahoot, then go to the upper right hand corner and click Create. From here you should see that you are either able to create a quiz, jumble, or a survey. We're going to start off with the quiz first and go ahead and click Create New. On this page we are then able to add a title, a description, a cover image if we so please, and choose the visibility of your quiz, whether you want everyone to see it or just you. If you have the paid version, you are able to change the location where it saves into a different folder, but since we are using the free, it saves everything to My Kahoots. Under Credit Resources, you are able to put the textbook or wherever else you found the information if you so please. And at the very bottom, if you have an intro video to use to lead into your quiz question, enter it here. Once you have finished entering your information, go to the top right hand corner and click OK, Go. This is the page where we are now able to enter quiz questions. To add a quiz question, click on the middle button saying Add Question. At the top you should see a box labeled Question, which is where you enter your question, and below up to 4 answer boxes that you can fill in. Once you have finished entering your answers, click on the gray check mark to the right of the answer box. You should see it has now turned green, which means it has now been marked as correct. You can mark as many answers correct as you wish. Under the question box, you should see one that says time limit. This is where you can change the amount of time you give students to answer the question. And right next to it, you should see a box that allows you to choose whether or not you want to award points to the question. If you are asking a type of question that has the right answer, but you don't want to give students points for that, simply switch it to no. But if you want students to receive points for the question, go ahead and leave it on yes. When students are taking a quiz, they are awarded points for each correct answer they have, and at the end we'll be able to see their total score and compare points with those around them. Once you are finished with your question, click Next. You should now see that your question is here, and you can add more questions as you wish. As you can see, I just added one more question. If you ever decide that you want to change the order of your questions, simply click on the dots on the left-hand side, and you can drag up or down the question you want to move. If you ever want to edit a question, go over to the yellow pencil on the right hand side. Below that, you should see an option if you want to duplicate the question, and below that you should see the trash can that says delete this question. Once you have finished your quiz, click Save, and then click I'm done. Now to create our first jumble, go ahead and click on Create again, then Create New under Jumble. Here we are taken to a screen that looks similar to the quiz one, where we can enter a title, description, again choose our visibility, and any credit resources we might have. Once you do this, you should be able to add your first jumble question. Jumbles work in a similar way to quizzes, but rather than having a multiple choice answer, you have multiple answers that need to be put in a certain order. In this example, we will be asking students to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Below the question box, you should again see a time limit and an option to choose whether or not you want to award points. When entering your answers, enter them in the correct order. When Kahoot gives your jumble, it will shuffle them for you. When you have finished the jumble question, click Next. Now you should see our first jumble question is here. Similar to the quizzes, the yellow pencil lets you edit the question, the blue square lets you duplicate, and the trash can lets you delete the question. Once you are done, go to the upper right hand corner and click Save again. Then I'm done. Now that we have created our first jumble and quiz, it's time to create our first survey. Surveys are very similar to quizzes and act in a very similar fashion in that they are multiple choice, but you might choose a survey over a quiz when there might not be a correct answer for the students. To do so, go ahead and click Create again in the upper right hand, and then Create New under Survey. Again, this should take you to a similar screen where we are able to put in the title, description, and change our visibility. To add your first survey question, click Add Question. This should look exactly the same as the quizzes, except for that next to the answers there are no check marks anymore. Once you have entered your question, click Next. Again, you should see the same options to either edit the question, duplicate it, delete it, or add a new question. Once you are done, click Save. and then I am done. Now you have created your first quiz, jumble, and survey. Hope this helps.